Welcome back. We are ready. We have the yarn we will use. We have our double pointed knitting needles. And we are ready to create our sock slipper with the leaves on the fold over cuff and the rose bloom on the heel flap. In the description of each video of this series, there will be a link to the pattern I drew for the leaves and the pattern I drew for the rose, which you can print for yourself, or you can download it, or you can draw it by hand, copying it, which would be something I would recommend, especially if you haven't done similar patterns in the past. Okay, there will also be a photo showing you the sock slipper as finished so that you know where your project is going. I'm using yellow and gray, hoping that they show up clearly in your instructional videos, but definitely use the colors that you like and enjoy wearing. Remember, the size that we are going to knit is approximately US shoe size between 8 and 10 women's, or 38-40 European shoe size for women. To make the sock slipper longer, you will keep measuring until you reach the base of your toes, and then you will decrease for the toe shaping. So you will have more rows if you need a larger size, or fewer rows if you need a smaller size. I changed here the colors to have yellow on the toes, but you don't have to. I think it would be even more beautiful if you took this color, this main color, all the way to the toes. So adjust the project to meet your preferences. The first thing we're going to do is cast off for the cuff. This is where we begin. So while this needle size, it's US 6, 4 millimeters, and the worsted wool yarn will need 40 stitches for the adult sock slipper. This cuff needs to be larger so that it neatly folds over the sock. So we're going to have 52 stitches. We are going to cast on 52 stitches. So we take 2 of our needles and we take yellow yarn. And we use long tail cast on method. I think that's what you call it most often in the States, but there are so many different names for these cast on and cast off methods. Take a look at what I'm doing, and however you call it, you can call it, but try to use the same cast on method so that we can have this type of rib neatly done. All right, here we go, 52 stitches. One. Now I'm noticing this tail is not long enough for 52. I'm going to start over, get a longer tail. See how the yarn goes here, around the thumb between these 2 fingers. Now my needles come here and twist, and I begin under, leap, grab, through, 1 under, leap, grab, through, 2 under, leap, grab, through, 3. Now I will keep doing this until I have 52 stitches. All right, we need to count now. Before we begin knitting, we want to make sure we have the correct number. I did count while I was casting on, but it's always good to double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52. Okay, now I'm going to pull out one needle and I'm going to start distributing my stitches and knitting the first round of the rib. 52 divided by 4 is 13. I will have 13 stitches on each needle. My rib is 1-1 twisted rib, but in the first round there is nothing to twist or untwist. So I'm just going to do 1 knit, 1 purl, distributing on 4 needles, 13 stitches on each needle. 1, 2, 3. Remember, knit, purl, so knit, purl, 4, 5, knit, 6, purl, 7, knit, 8, purl, 9, knit, 10, purl, 11, knit, 12 purl, 13 knit. That's needle 1. I take needle number 2. Next after knit is purl. 1 purl, 2 knit, 3 purl, 4 knit, 5 purl, 6 knit, 7 purl, 8 knit, 9 purl, 10 knit, 11 purl, 12 knit, 13 purl. That's 2 needles. I'm getting the 3rd needle. After purl comes a knit. 1 knit, 2 purl, 3 knit, 4 purl, 5 knit, 6 purl, 7 knit, 8 purl, 9 knit, 10 purl, 11 knit, 12 purl, 13 knit. That is 3 needles. I'm getting the 4th needle. After knit comes purl. 1 purl, 2 knit, 3 purl, 4 knit, 6 purl, 7 knit, 8 purl, 9 knit, 10 purl, 11 knit, 12 purl, 13 knit. Okay, I need to double count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I did something wrong. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. 13 purl. I said a number wrong. You probably caught it. I didn't until the end, and sometimes if you're multitasking, it can happen to you, so always double check your counting. Now we want to close the round, so you want to make sure there is no twisting, that everything goes flat around. Then you're going to close the round by putting the needles in the correct orientation. So from here, I continue knitting onto needle number 1. I need 2 more rounds. This is what we're working on. You see how the rib isn't stretchy. It's very defined. It's not like this. Okay? To accomplish that, we want to twist the stitches as we work them in the next 2 rows. What does that mean? Let's take a look. The first stitch is knit. When we work in the round, in the orientation you see me grabbing the yarn on, you will work from the front to knit, and it will not twist your stitch. But if you work your knits from the back of the loop, then it will twist your stitch. If you work your purls not from the back but from the front of the loop, it will twist your purl stitch. Do you see how it twists it? Okay, so here's my knit. I don't want to knit from the front like I have been doing. I want to knit from the back of the loop here. I hope that you're seeing it on the video. You see how here I can knit from the front and it's not going to twist. But if I knit on the back loop here, on this one, it's going to twist it. See how it twisted it? You can see here how it twisted it. Okay, let's try the purl twist again. See, the stitch purl, when you knit the way I'm knitting, will come to you open. So you'll put the yarn in the front and you'll grab from the back, keeping the stitch open, and it will not twist it. However, I want to twist it. So I'm going to come through the middle on the front of the loop and purl there. and it will twist it. Now I want to mention to you, this is working if you're grabbing yarn with your needle like this. Now, if you're watching me knit, but you're used to grabbing yarn in this way over your needle, some people work that way and that's okay. You will have to pay attention because your twisting will need to happen in the opposite direction. But if you are used to it, you will know what to do. If you're just learning, I suggest that you knit in the same way I do for this pattern. And then when you get used to it, you can switch if you want to. Okay. Purl coming to me open. Put yarn in the front. Grab from the front of the loop so that I twist it. Now the knit, I want to make sure I'm twisting it. So if I do this, it's not going to twist. I want to go from the back of the stitch and knit. Now I will work all the way around slowly so you can watch what's happening. And you can see what it looks like. See how they're all twisted, and then it makes this really well-defined rib that is not stretchy and it doesn't scrunch up. It lays flat. That's why we are doing that. Okay, now I'm going to change the orientation of my stitches to show you what would happen. I will change 4 of them to show you what will happen if you're grabbing your yarn differently than I do. They will come to you this way. Okay. So if you're grabbing your yarn over, not under, your stitches will come to you the opposite way. So now you see how your purl, this is the way to not twist it. You have to go from the back and twist it. And the knit comes this way, you have to go from the front and twist it. So you can see that this is more difficult. If that's how you're working, that's okay. If you're just learning, I suggest that you do it the way I'm showing you, because it is easier to manage. So we're back to the way I've been showing you. I just wanted for everyone who grabs the yarn differently to see what it would happen. But okay, we're at purl, yarn in front. This would be normal. I want to twist it, so I come here. Yarn in the back. This would be normal. I want to twist it, so I come on the back of the loop. And I keep going all the way around. Okay, that's needle number 2. We have 2 more needles to finish this round. Keep twisting. It is slower to do it this way. Okay, the end of needle number 3, I have 1 more needle to complete this round. This is my second round of the cuff rib. I need 3 rounds of the cuff rib. It is a twisted 1-1 rib where we are twisting each stitch and we're working 1 purl, 1 knit all the way around. This is the end of needle 4. We have completed round number 2. We have one more round to do, and then we will be finished with this part of the cuff with the rib. I will stop recording and do this third round, and you can go ahead and do the third round yourself. In the next video, we will work on this portion with the leaves.